Okay, so I'm very happy today. I have been able to access George's DevOps. What I did is I just opened my Visual Studio and click on Account Settings. After that, Manage Visual Studio Profile. And from there, I have been able to see that I have another organization. I have two organizations here. I have, strangely by the way, dev.azer.com Cherysharov. And I have also stoyancherysharov.visualstudio.com. As far as I remember, devazer.com Stoyan Cherysharov works as well. So these two URLs are equal, I believe. Probably the new approach is this one. Now, when I click here and I click on the library management, I'm able to access the Azer DevOps of George. Look at that. So now I went to repos because I'm interested into the code. And then I click clone. Look what I get. I either can clone it manually directly with the URL, and actually DevOps generates credentials for this access, and it says they don't keep it. So even if I show it, I'm not gonna use it. But just for any case, I'm not gonna show it because after that I have to blur it. And look at this. You can clone it directly into Visual Studio Code, or look how many IDs. You can clone it in Android, CLine, which I don't even know, DataGrid Eclipse, IntelliJ IDEA, PHP Storm again from JetBrains, PyCharm, sorry, Python, RubyMine, Tower, Visual Studio, and of course I have chosen Visual Studio. It launches Visual Studio and it asks you where to store the project, asks you to connect and clone. I first click on connect, nothing happened. I started again. I clicked on the link clone again here, and the second time it allowed me to clone it. So I have cloned the project. Look, these two windows, these two tabs are actually equal. So I noticed something here. Immediately after the library was cloned into my computer, I ran it. And of course, it asked me to build the database when I start to log in. Credit goes to George because actually he has protected the controllers and the actions with the attributes, so nobody can get to the actions clicking directly here. We have to hide them at one point. So that's it. Actually, I'm a member of the team now, which is managed by George, and we can do wonderful things.
Nice.
Let's concentrate on these things. By the way, 5 minutes before I call you, I was thinking about this because we have to concentrate right now here, right?
Yep.
Look, the perfect place for this calculations, amount paid, amount owed. Amount paid is just a checkbox. So those are calculated values, and the perfect place for this, I think, is into the model. Remember, I don't remember. Did we do it together with you or with somebody else? Because I'm with so many people, so I don't remember where we did it. But if you look at member, for example, you have one field, you have one property, which look this property, full name, right?
Yep.
It has only getter. I think that the proper place to put these calculated values is here in the model. It's not even in the service. And unit tests actually, huh, I'm thinking about that. Yeah.
But is it? It might be a stupid question, but isn't that not gonna ruin our architecture as a model view controller?
Uh, I
Because in
don't.
that case, you're using a methods inside your models
No,
and
no, we are not going to use a method. We are going to use again the property with
just
only get
property.
method. Because if you think about it, amount paid, it's it's a checkbox, so we have it. Amount owned, we will implement it into the model. So the core of our application actually has three elements. Oops, sorry about that. Right now we're thinking. I It just came to my mind. I don't say it's the best approach because one of the most important thing is doing refactoring, finding the proper places for the methods into different classes, right?
Yeah.
So we even created one method which is into the controller, and I keep thinking, is it the proper place? Definitely no, because the controller is a part of the presentation layer. MVC, this web application, is a presentation layer. Depends on the viewpoint, depends on the level which you are, because you gotta build application the way which allows you to turn this application into a console application, to turn it into a desktop application, to turn it into a mobile application. And what is the core of the application? The core of the application is the models, um,
Services,
the services,
data.
and the data. That's it. So it's a questionable, do we have to put these methods into the services, models, or data? Definitely it's not into the data,
Yeah.
because data is part of the infrastructure. Some people actually divide the responsibilities of the application. They create different layers. They have, for example, infrastructure layer. Those are different architectural approaches. Right now, I think the closest one to us is this one.
Yeah.
Uh, and we are cheating at the same time, because if we have to follow the best practices, absolute best practices, if we have to achieve the nirvana into the architectural, in the architecture, we should have these three layers put in a different project. It's gonna become very, very difficult. It's very time consuming. So we gotta cheat a little bit, but this is not completely cheating. This is a future work. Right now, we'll delegate to existing layers some of the responsibilities which belong to the services and the models. But all these two actually create the business logic. This remains unchanged. It doesn't matter actually. This is the heart of our application. This remains unchanged. Even though here you put mobile application, console application, MVC as we do have right now. Okay. So this is a future work. Now, where is the proper place to calculate the amount owned and all this kind of stuff?
It might be service or
Yeah,
inside the
yeah,
model.
yeah, yeah. On the first glance, is services. That's true. But I'm offering right now a cheat. So if we calculate everything in services and the business logic is concentrated here, then what we gotta do is we have to create a view model, because the model which we transfer to the view
Oh
cannot
yeah,
be the landing.
I understand. Yeah. If you do services, you have to do view model
You have
for
to do view
that
model,
service.
Exactly. And we have to do a lot of boilerplating. We have to transfer, for example, the data from the model, from the entity models to the view model, which we are going to use for the view. So I'm trying just to cut corners right now. Of course, uh, if we are aware about that, it's not a mistake. We are making a trade-off as engineers because we don't have unlimited amount of time. We gotta get it done as fast as possible, right?
Yeah,
So
and we're the only engineers working on it, so
exactly, we have
as far
to,
as we can maintain it, it's
yeah.
fine.
And in the future, this is future work, but there are a lot of things which can be done to make it perfect architecture-wise. But the real world actually requires response immediately. So we cannot do the, we are not living in the perfect world. In the perfect world, we will have the services, we will have the models, and also the models will be the perfect candidate actually for testing. We still can test. I don't know. We will see. This is what I have in mind. If we have problems, we always can move this logic to the services because this is a business logic right now. The models should represent the entities from the real world, and we did that. Now, the services should contain the business logic, but just to cut corners, we are aware of the trade-off we are doing. So this is not a bad thing. We know that it should be probably different, but we made a we are making right now a conscious decision because we don't want to create a view models in order to keep the views strict because we need strict models. Otherwise, we have to send the data through view data or view back, which is not a strict view. You can make a mistake. What about that?
Yeah.
Let's try to implement it there. So right now, and at the same time, it's going to be very convenient for us because here directly we will calculate the amount owned. Each one of the entities, each one of the objects will be aware of the amount which the user owned. Here is going to be a little bit difficult and time consuming, but we'll figure this out. At the end, we may be forced actually to create a view model, but let's try and see how it goes. Without trying, we will never know. So let me make sure that I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. Okay, now I'm gonna stop sharing. You're gonna code. I'm just gonna think loudly, and we'll see what happens. Okay, share your screen. Give me
Yeah.
your thoughts. Now we can work together as a team on the very same project, which is perfect. When you finish, actually, you're gonna push it to the
Can you
repo.
see me now?
Yeah, I can see it.
So what I've done?
If you switch to 720 will be better for the recording. Right now
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
very
yeah.
well seen.
I will.
Hmm. You won't have such a big screen real estate. It's going to be more difficult for you, but it's going to be better because we're recording right now. Yeah, that's perfect.
Users first. Users
Hmm.
first.
Okay,
So
we are the
what I've done?
users.
Yeah. What I've done is I've changed the landing controller according to Microsoft documentation for sorting, filtering.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
It was quite hard
Yeah, it's quite hard. Yeah.
till I figure out what I have to change because this is not working out of the box like that.
No, no.
And it was quite hard. However, I've achieved something. The last thing which I was working was finding, which I'm gonna comment now. So now what is done is I'm starting an application. Um, we have we have a landing date which we can sort, return date which we can
Wonderful,
sort,
wonderful,
yeah, and we can sort members as well.
wonderful.
Also, I've had this
Have you implemented
search box.
search? I love
I've
you.
I was
Wonderful.
trying to, yeah, to finish the business logic behind. Um, I was as well thinking as you, this is like amount paid, maybe is not here the right place, or we need just um, to move it or hide it, or bring it to return book, something
Do
like
you know
that.
what? If you ask my opinion, I think this is the proper place for amount paid because on the first glance you immediately see that the amount has been paid.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, why don't we work on amount owed? And
yeah.
let's put the logic into the model. As I
Okay.
said, is a trade-off. Right now we are cutting corners. So we will put the logic into the model. It's not against the rules. Nobody says that it's against the rules because I will tell you something. It's a calculated value. There is even such a design pattern. It's called active record. Active record follows the philosophy that everything what needs to be calculated should be into the model. This is a design pattern. Do you know? There are there are several design patterns for data access, and I know all of them. First of them is table data gateway. The second one is raw data gateway, active record, and data mapper. Those are the four design patterns if you read the book of Martin Fowler. So this is a conscious decision we are making right now. As I said, we are going to use active records. Why not?
Okay.
Okay. Why don't we go to the model now and calculate the amount owed in the model? All we need is only one property, which is called amount owed, or we don't have such property. And we will calculate the amount owed.
So we have lending. Ah, that was only for learning purposes done. Lending
Mm,
example of DT.
this was example of, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So in the lending we have that property which is member. Uh, no.
Just just after this navigational
Yeah,
properties,
yeah. So here.
yeah, like this one, exactly. Copy and paste it after the navigational properties. See,
Uh,
nobody says, nobody is against such a properties because I think it's a suitable place to putting this logic into the model. No,
okay.
nobody says that the model should be, how to say that, should be very smart. Okay, so put it after line 33, hit twice, rename it,
What name we're gonna have?
um,
Amount paid.
amount paid, perfect. Now look, we are using only the properties which we already have, which are the date. Um, it's not string, it should return decimal. Change it, decimal. Now it's gonna complain because we are returning strings right now. But just for fun, put literal, put 0 point something.
0.1.
Yeah, and you have to put m right now, just to be sure, because this literal which you just put is right now only double. You
We
have to
have
put m after 0 0.1. M, capital or small, doesn't matter.
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. We have already property amount paid, so we
So
have to rename it
how come we have amount paid?
because it's checkbox.
Ah, yeah, yeah, I know. Mm, this is a boolean, yeah. So amount paid, we shouldn't amount which should be paid. So let's figure out a proper name. This is the amount owed, or yeah, amount owed,
Hmm?
but not owned. I saw that we made this mistake the first time. Just go to Google and ask. On Bulgarian is dolžim.
Okay. Um,
I owe you $10. right? This is the word we have to use. Amount
Uh,
owed.
shall we say amount owned?
No, 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 owned. Best N, without N.
Yeah, I'm just figuring
You
out.
owe me money. See,
Old.
it's different. Owed. Amount owed. So we have to rename it to amount owed. I believe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, old. Old.
Owed.
It's old.
Amount owed.
Yep, it's old. Okay. So amount old.
Okay.
Uh,
And this is the amount of, and this is going to work immediately. We just have to work a little bit on the code to figure out the amounts, and after that we're done. Now, when you go to the view script, I want you to go to the view script on the landing pages index, and now instead of hard coding, just use the model amount owed right now.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, no. This is the header. Put it back.
What?
Even more. Right now, right now. Go back, go back.
Yeah.
Now, because we have it in the model already, you don't have to hard code it. Because in the future, this application could be translated to many languages. And if you want to translate this application, the translation is going to happen automatically if you use such expression like on line 36. So copy line 36, for example, and put it instead of amount owed, but just change to amount owed. Amount not paid, amount owed. Perfect, perfect. This is just perfect. Go down right now, and instead of the hard-coded value, um, 0, or I don't know what, 72, yeah, I believe it's on 72. Just copy whatever you have on 75, put it there, and replace the... See, we're doing hacking, nothing else. Just hacking. You just have to be smart hacker, that's all. This means to be a programmer, nothing else.
Yep.
Okay, save it, run it, make sure everything works. So far so good. Everything matches perfectly like a glove. Amount of 0.10, listen, see how well is represented.
Yep.
Amount
Did it?
owed, we have to go back to the model and say that we wanna, instead of amount without space owed, we want, you know how to do that. You know the drill. Now you go to only one place. You don't have to go anywhere else. You go to the model, change the name, the display name, and amount old column is going to have a proper name with the space.
Um, in a model landing.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, then I'm gonna copy because I
Copy,
want.
copy. Yeah, you don't have to remember anything. Just copy.
But I know there is a
Yes,
annotation for this one,
exactly,
so
exactly.
I'm just gonna say amount.
With one stone, you kill all the birds. Now, everywhere across the application, you can use this.
Yep.
There is only one place, one source of truth, which is the model. Perfect, save it. Now, let's calculate how much actually the guy owes.
So first, can I have my thoughts now?
Yeah,
Because
now
yeah,
you're gonna think now.
all right. So we have a date, and maybe we have to figure out how many dates from the landing date. We have 4 weeks. I can't remember. 5 weeks, I think,
Hmm.
to return the book. And as soon as that 5 weeks approach, then we need to calculate 0.50 per day.
Exactly. So you have to find how many days between the return day and the landing day. And if it's
Yes.
more than blah blah, then now show
Yep.
me your algorithm. Now it's your turn.
So,
It's pure algorithm right now.
well, uh, let me just
First, you have
oh,
to recall how to calculate the difference between the in days between these two different dates.
5 weeks. So I've seen last time. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just asking now.
Hmm.
So I've seen last time there was a different methods
Daytime.
in daytime, and I think if we get something like
We'll need Google here.
do you think we
Just
have?
ask Google
Yeah,
how to determine the number of the days between two dates .net or something like that. Days. No, no. How to determine the number of the days between two dates. Actually, it's smart enough actually to know what do you try to do.
yeah, calculate difference between two dates.
Do it.
So I found this pretty. So assuming start date and end date are type of date time. End date minus start date
That's it.
the total days. This is very easy.
Yeah.
So
There should be
let
integer, so you can create one. You can determine
so
you can
integer
days probably. I don't know. You come up with the names.
yeah, integer days, yeah, or delayed days to uh, return date
Okay.
minus landing date. No, what was the name? Uh, where is the name? Return date, landing
Landing
date.
date.
Oh, I have a typo here. Landing. Okay, minus landing date.
Did we
And,
do
and
a mistake? If we do, let's refactor. If the term is not correct,
dot what was
2 days,
total
total
days.
days.
Total days.
I think it's a method. Total days should, yeah.
Should calculate the days. Yeah.
There is error. I
Type
don't know why.
span cannot be used like a method. So what
No,
is it?
it's not. Obviously, it's not a method.
Correct, but you can also use days if you are interested in total days. If you are interested in this, it's just this one. Yeah?
Um,
Non-invocable. Oh, because it's not
yeah, it's
methods.
not invocable. Mm, now it works.
So integer, and then we can do delayed days
Do you know what? Just
times.
just to try it, just to see how it works, and if this works, why
Yeah,
don't you change? This is one idea. On line 42, instead of returning
yeah.
zero
Return
point
delayed
0.1,
days.
yeah,
Delayed
this delay
days.
dates, it's gonna be
Just as a
automatically converted to decimal. You know
yeah.
that. Mhm.
Just as a
Yeah, just to
yeah.
see the if it works properly, because I'm not sure. Okay, amount of quite strange. Yeah, of course. Look,
So this is 4 days, which is correct.
okay,
This is
perfect.
for 2 days, which is correct. And this because it's not returned
No, no,
is
it's not
correct.
returned because it's far,
Yeah,
far,
and
far
then
away date.
then if return date is now or not returned, then amount owed is equal to today minus landing date. Yes? Or we
Um,
can we can approach it that from first place. Today as a
mhm.
today.
Yeah,
Amount
yeah,
owed.
yeah. Help me think right now. Let's think together.
Yeah,
Now,
because that's gonna be today.
okay, listen. I think it works, but do you know what? Actually, if the return date, if the landing date, no, no, if the return date is 1st of January first year, we shouldn't make any calculations, I believe. Should we?
I think we should do like to calculate because we don't want to give that. You're right. but I think we should not give any that much power to the admin. We should just calculate from today to the landing date so they cannot cheat, and then uh, the system automatically update every day, something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I should we grant superpowers to the admin, to the librarian,
Okay.
because it's a human being, and the human beings actually they're mere mortals. They make mistakes, so that's why probably
They need a bit of power, yeah,
yeah
to
they
change
need a
this.
little bit of power. So
Okay, so
before do anything else, we should first try if return date
no,
is wait a second. If the Yeah, if the return day is the first year, it's null. It's zero. Let's call it day zero. If it's day zero,
should we just open like the database and see how we store it, then we know how to compare it?
we already know it's 01010001. It's the
Okay,
first
because I
day.
can't remember.
I remember. It's the first day, first month of the first year. After, after Christ, I believe. I don't know.
Okay, what about, because I think we have to work on our logic a little bit before this method here. I
Yeah.
think the return date we have to calculate as a set here that the return date is 5 weeks after landing date, and then
Oh,
go from there.
do you know what? Um, if we don't have a return date, if the return date is the first day, first blah 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 blah, zero date, then we have to calculate how much.
From today.
Yeah, we have to listen. We have to brainstorm right now. Okay, so if it's first day, if the return day is first day, blah 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 blah, that means that the book is still not returned, right?
Yeah, yeah. But I want to approach it from different angle. Like the program should not like record that 0.0001.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, on the return date, we should do that value of 5 weeks plus landing date plus 5 weeks. Then we set up that return date, and after that, we just calculate from today minus return date, and then because minus landing date, you don't have to pay any charges there. I mean, you have 5 weeks from landing to return.
I have
If we
something in mind, but let's
if we
go
approach it
let's
that
go
way,
your way. Try to do and see what problems we will have. I believe you will have a lot of troubles right now with this way of thinking, which you share with me.
okay.
You want to set up in
I'm
advance
scared
the
to do it.
return date. Is that your thought?
I'm scared to do it. Yeah. I want when we land the book, we just put as a return date 5 weeks.
How are
I
you going
know.
to do that? This is much more work. I agree. It's possible.
Yeah, but then we have to change the return date controller,
Exactly.
where we are giving back the book, because always gonna show 5 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So return date,
Let's leave it as
okay.
it is.
So landing date plus 5 weeks. So landing days plus
No, no, it's
seven.
not working like that. You cannot put there integers. No. No,
Can
no,
I?
no.
No, but how are we gonna then determine 35 days after this date? Because this calculation now is wrong. Because we're not charging from day one. We're charging from day 35.
Oh, we have to think about that. Wait a second. Mm, Just give me a second.
Can
Just
I
give
try
me a
something
second.
meanwhile?
Yeah, try. Meanwhile, try whatever you like. Hmm. It's not working like that.
Yeah, I was to think plus landing date dot uh, add days,
Exactly. This is the proper way
right?
to add days.
But it's still not working somehow.
Because you shouldn't be saying in the brackets landing date plus landing date add dates. You just have to add the dates to the landing date. You have it right.
Yeah.
Landing date.
So minus. Uh,
You have to add dates to the landing date.
yeah, but I can't. I mean the landing date dot add days,
Exactly.
then 35,
Exactly.
and then dot
Days.
days.
Perfect. So he has zero delay days, right?
Yeah.
If he has zero delay days, then the amount owed is going to be zero. By the way, we have to prepare another local variable which is called amount owed, and we should return the amount owed, not the delay days.
Yeah. Yeah. Amount owed. Oh no, a local variable. Okay. So decimal,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Amount owed
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
equals to
Delay days multiplied
delay
by
days times 0.
50 cents per day.
Yeah, it's not working because delay days is double. What?
Just change the literal to M. Put M at the end of the literal.
Why I always forgot this one.
It's not
That's a
only you.
basic. It's a
It's
very
everybody.
basic.
It's a basic. Okay, now you
Okay.
have to return the amount owed.
But I think we're gonna make a little mistake here because uh, because if this is 0.0001, then it's gonna be another minus
Yeah,
number which
yeah,
we owe that
yeah.
customer
Don't
money.
worry
Yeah.
about that. Yeah. Now we have to figure this out. So,
So can we do that in if clause? If,
of course, with if, of course, you're thinking
yeah.
properly. Yeah,
So we shall we do it one row or we do it
many rows, I believe.
in a many rows? Yeah.
You should start with if, because
Yeah.
if the return date is before the landing date, that means that the user actually haven't returned the book yet.
What?
I'm thinking about if the return date
Uh huh.
is before the landing date, because the return date by default
If return date is
bigger
bigger
than landing date.
than landing, then do that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
If tap x, as you said, we are just copy and paste masters. If uh, if landing date
Now you have to see how you compare the dates.
is bigger
No,
or
no, no. It probably is not going to work like that, but try it.
than return date.
If the return date is bigger than landing date,
Why get is not open?
because return is
Ah,
into the if clause. It should be outside of if clause. You have a lot of changes to make here.
Yeah. So I need it, well, here.
Yeah.
Oh, what I'm doing? I think I'm too excited.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
this is not the proper place. Outside of the if clause. Okay. Hmm.
Amount out because it's local variable. Oh my goodness. Okay,
Yeah,
so
because amount
we,
amount
we
of,
declare it before that then.
yeah, exactly, before the if. You have to declare it before and set amount 0.
Forward decimal.
No, decimal amount 0 equals 0. 0.0 m.
0.0.
M. Yeah, now it's better. Now amount
Uh,
owed. Amount
amount
owed.
typo. Typo.
Mhm,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay. Do you think we're on the right track now?
Absolutely. But we still have to have some work to do, but you see that we are in the right place because as you can see, it's very easy and we calculate it immediately. So it's perfect place
Yeah.
to do.
Let's try it.
This is not gonna work properly.
No?
No, I believe.
Okay. It's giving minuses again.
Yeah, that's why.
Let's see. Let's see when I return book.
If you
Uh,
return the book, it's gonna work correctly, but
so
still not quite correctly.
if I take that book on 3rd of August and I bring it back just today.
Yeah,
Save.
amount is not paid.
Still not giving me.
Yeah, it's not gonna give
Where
you
was?
the
Yeah,
right one.
it's not giving me any date here,
Yeah,
any
because
amount
the if is not
here.
correct.
All right.
It
Yeah.
never gets into the if. Look at your if. Lending date is bigger than return date. If lending date is bigger than return date.
Oh, it should be other way around.
Yeah, I think so.
So it should be smaller. Smaller or equal.
Now let's think. Smaller than equal.
Then
Uh,
we are getting into the.
just a common logic.
Shall
It's
we just
simple.
try?
Yeah, try it.
There we go. 48.50. I don't know if this is the right amount anyway. but,
It looks like a right
but the
amount.
logic is
Look,
still not working because we still that have minus money.
yeah, we'll fix that. We'll fix that. Let's
Yeah.
concentrate on this 48.5.
However, this 000 start workings here.
Yeah, that works perfectly.
Yeah. So only thing which I know now where it is because you are getting into if clause, but we should
Exactly.
have maybe else as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely. But wait a second. Let's calculate now from 3rd of August until
Yeah.
13th of December. Let's calculate how many days do we have here.
Okay. Let me. I think there should be any days calculator out there.
No, we can calculate it like our grandfathers did. So
Yeah, but this is so start date. Where is 3rd of August?
2020. Let's see.
Mandate 13 December 2020. So calculate
Let's
the
see how
ratio.
many days do we have here.
132 days. So 132 days.
Multiplied by 0.5
132, no, minus 35
minus 35. Okay.
multiplied by 0.5. Yes.
Yeah, George, it worked
We are
perfect.
correct.
You're correct. Okay, so now we gotta fix only this glitch. See, that's fine. The return date is bigger than the lending date, but the guy doesn't owe money. So we have to add additional clause
Yeah.
somewhere. So, uh,
If so, else if not
wait,
else if.
wait, wait, wait a second. Let me think now.
Hmm.
So the return date is bigger than the lending date, but the guy doesn't owe money because uh, he's returning the book before 35 days, right?
Yeah. So else
So,
if it's other way around, return date, landing
oh, do
date,
you know what?
then then
Return
then
date.
amount ought is equal to zero. That's it.
No, in the if clause, probably you can tell lending date at days 35 in the if clause in the 41 line 41.
Yeah.
What about adding dates there? Lending date dot at days 35 because at dates 35, exactly the same thing you did on line 43. Add days and you add 35 days. So if the return date is before
Yeah.
these 35 days, that guy doesn't
Yeah.
owe money and we're gonna show him zero. Otherwise, if the return date is later than these 35 days, then we made the calculation, we return the amount. So put lending date dot at days 35.
Yeah, makes sense because we have the logic here,
Yeah,
but we
he
don't have
doesn't
the
owe any
logic
money.
here.
He doesn't owe any
But
money
we can
unless
change that days. I mean,
35.
it's same. Yeah. I mean, this is good approach. But I think there is another approach,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know if it's better. I'm asking you because you're my mentor. Here, if I add amount owed equal to 0.00, is it not gonna be better? Because we can always change our mind, and and we just after that we just refactor from one place.
Mm, listen, this 35 should be a constant. So if you want to be perfect, define a
Yeah.
constant in the beginning
Yeah,
of the
define
class.
a constant. Yeah, correct. And then you just replace it here.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
The,
what we have to do probably. Yeah.
yeah,
So
do that. Go and
uh,
define a new constant in the beginning of the class. In the beginning of the class.
in the
Go,
beginning here.
yeah, here.
So amount
No, no, start with constant. Constant.
this
Exactly.
one
Integer, 35, and that's it.
integer equal
Equal days, name it somehow.
35.
Name it. Give a name. Give a name. Integer. Give a name.
Uh,
Give the name.
I never work with that constant.
Okay, so you say constant, which is integer. I'm giving the name. Give it the name. Give some
Uh,
name,
uh,
and usually capital letters. Use
okay,
only capital letters.
days allowed days.
Allow days. Allow days. Okay, keep it like this. Okay. Put,
What is the that constant? Sorry.
pardon me.
What is that allowed? Sorry, what that constant? I never heard about it to be honest. That
Const
one.
is a keyword. Actually, you
So we
define the constants, which cannot be
and we don't.
changed.
All right. So okay. So you define constant, which never gonna be changed. Even downstairs, if I say allow days equal to 50, no one gonna allow me to change this one.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Now,
Perfect.
instead of using 35, now you're gonna use allow days. Yeah. And even more, if you declare this constant as a public, it's going to be available for everybody in the program, so they can access like a static field. Landing
From
dot
landing dot allowed
allow
days.
days. Perfect, perfect. See, everything fits perfectly. That's it.
Yeah. Should I
Now
give it
let's
a
see
go?
it. Yeah, give it a go. Look at that.
Perfect.
Nobody
Look
owes
at
money.
it. Yeah. Only this poor guy.
Only this poor guy. Change now the second or not return. Change something in one of the lines. Just make sure that everything works. But I think it works perfectly.
To change, you mean here or here?
It doesn't matter actually. Change the
Yeah.
return date to something.
Okay, so I'm gonna change
How
this
come
one.
actually we don't see the landing date?
We have landing date here,
Yes.
but I
How
don't
come
think we should.
how come we don't see the landing date?
We're on the return book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just giving me another option to change it.
No. It shouldn't be working like that.
Yeah, but because this is edit, you remember?
No, no, no. It
So we,
shouldn't
we
work like
never
that.
implement we never implement logic here.
No, it shouldn't work like that. It should show you the landing
The
date.
date,
Mm-hmm.
and so you'll be able to change it or not?
Yes, you should be able to change it, but at least when
Should be by default, yeah?
you should have it here immediately set up.
Okay.
So there is something wrong with our edit method, view script. Probably something wrong with the view script. I don't know. How didn't we notice that? No, no,
Landing date.
no, 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 no. Mm-mm. This shouldn't be working like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand.
We'll fix it. Anyway, just let's enjoy the fact that we fix it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
we
so
fix.
perfect. We have the
But that's a
logic.
big, that's a big step. That's a
It's a
big step.
huge step. Actually, this is exactly what we did, what we had to do.
Yeah.
Now, the another big step will be books rented. This is gonna be a problem now because um, books rented. Hmm. Books rented is gonna be a problem,
Why?
maybe.
No, you just add one wherever you put static in your class, and then
But we feel
you just put it as a countdown, and wherever you are uh, returning, your minus whatever you. I don't even think. No, you should have it because you have a limit here. You have limit of 5 books.
there. We'll decide that. We'll see that.
Yeah. But I don't think this is so big problem, to be honest. I mean, it's a big problem from here to see it properly, calculate it properly, but I think we can avoid it, this one, to show and probably don't allow you to lend to this person anymore with just if clause in our controller,
Hmm.
and then just a quick check and with static value
I
from
don't
the
think
mod.
it's that simple. I don't think it's that
No.
simple. No. I'll explain you
Okay,
why.
let's work on the other
Yeah,
stuff
let's
then.
work on another stuff.
Let's
First,
remove that amount paid from here,
do you think we need that?
shall we?
No, we shouldn't because amount hold is never gonna change. Amount
Hmm.
hold is gonna stay like that. That means that the user owes amount. And how do you understand if the amount has been paid by this checkbox? Otherwise, the amount should be paid. So I want to
Okay.
see these two fields next to each other. I want to see how much he owed and did he pay this amount.
All right. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a good
Because
logic,
look now on
but that have to be documented because I mean
exactly.
I
Because
didn't
look
figure it out.
a little bit down, 2 lines down, when the guy owes 54 pounds, for example, he didn't pay this amount. We shouldn't lend him a book because he hasn't paid his amount.
Yep, yep, yeah. I agree with you. Yep.
Okay, so this is
And you
perfect.
and you own certain amount for certain book,
Hmm.
so we shouldn't add that on
Exactly.
first. Yeah. Okay. I agree.
Okay. Now, let's fix the problem with the return block, with the
Mhm.
edit. Let's see where is the problem. Why we
Okay.
don't see the
So in the
landing
return book, we don't see land date, and
landing date. We don't see it.
that's only
Why?
one, and I have to do that edit to do landing. Sorry, not
Yeah,
landing.
landing.
To be return book.
Yeah, it should be return block.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's fix this problem first.
Okay.
Actually, this is the business logic, and we just implement it into the model, as you can see.
So you think we should change from model?
No, it should stay in the model. What we did is the right thing, I think.
Okay, so the land date, yeah, but we we are not seeing the landing date there. Okay, but I
Uh-huh.
think we should change that from uh, views, landing, edit.
Yeah.
Then I change this. I know it's just cosmetic and it's not helping us.
Oh, it's helping a lot.
Um, just to not forget it
Mm-hmm.
in late. So
Oh,
return back. Sorry. View back. Actually, no. Control label landing date.
listen, I think that the problems are coming from the format which we set in the model. Let's comment out this.
This one.
No, no, go back to the model. Yeah, in the model landing. See, we're trying to play smart here on line 22. Just comment out this attribute.
Display.
Yeah, this one. Comment out. I'm not sure that, and also on line 22nd, also on line, no, 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 this is okay. Date type is okay. We probably should move it, no, 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 go back, remove it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the line 27.
27.
Yeah,
Sorry.
27.
But this is return.
Yeah, it
Uh,
doesn't matter. We will want to have the same problem. Okay, let's
yeah.
try and see how it works right now.
Okay.
Because we don't have too many options now. If it doesn't work, that's a big, big, big problem. Return. Now it works. Look.
What to say? So let's see if they're correct. Yeah. 29 third. 29 third.
But
Yeah.
right now, is it a calendar? Click on the field.
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so this is how it's gonna work.
Okay. And also, before we save, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think we should see the amount. Yeah.
Yeah, you can print them out if you like.
So we should see the amount
Yeah,
here before amount paid because
yeah.
and that button should say
You can change the
make,
name of the button, whatever you like.
yeah. I mean to be more like a functional for people because I understand it, you understand it, but they probably don't because now you have to save and go back to see the amount and they then do the again. You know what I mean
Yeah, amount paid,
because
it's easy. We can show the amount which he owes.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay, let's do that.
let's do that. But I wanted to show you something else here, and I
And why
forgot.
this is
It's a problem.
yes.
Listen, now, have you ever heard about the localization and translation? If not, this is the proper
No.
place to give you that. Listen, if you change your browser right now to Bulgarian, if you say my language is Bulgarian, automatically MVC is gonna switch the format to Bulgarian. So it's not a good idea
Uh,
to hard code it because if you hard code it, you enforcing right now the browser. It doesn't matter which language and which locale you're using. For example, I'm a Bulgarian. I don't write the dates like that. I put day, comma, not comma, but dot or punct, point,
yeah.
months, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
When
according your Windows or local settings,
exactly, it depends on your local
not
settings.
hard coding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Instead of
Yeah.
hard coding, this hard coding is just one example which shows you that if for some
Reason.
weird case you need to do it, you can do it. But better if you leave actually the entity not the entity, but the MVC, the .NET to do the best it can do, which is to localize your application. So I usually call it EULITA. This is the not the abbreviation, but not annotation. Christ's sake! Wait a second. This is acronym. EULITA is an acronym, and it means that your application should follow the principles of utilization. EULITA. This is how I invented this acronym, so I can remember the requirements for your application. It should be easy to use it. Utilization.
Yeah.
For example, for blind people, from handicaps. It
Mm.
depends on actually how you write the HTML code. So the screen readers can read for the blind people. Do you understand this
Yeah.
utilization, usability?
Yeah, yeah.
Localization. Your application should be local, which means that if I'm, for example, Canadian, and I come to your application, I want to see the dates and the currencies in the form which I like. Because as a English speaking Canadian, for example, I don't put the dollar sign in front of the numbers. I want to put the dollar sign at the end. Also, I separate the thousands actually with spaces. I don't separate them with commas as they do in the US. This is localization. Internationalization, which is actually a term which unites all these terms. Translation. I want to be able to translate this application because this is future work. Right now, as you can see, you don't hard code anything, even the names of the columns, which gives you the chance to translate the application from one place. This happens with the resources. We will learn that. Accessibility and accessibility. Actually, this repeats again the usability of your application. A little bit they overlap, but accessibility means for blind people, for handicaps, the application should be useful for them as well. So this is the acronym which I invented, ULITA, and all these terms. So as much as possible, you let .NET to do its best. Actually, you don't write HTML. You write only Razor because Razor changes the things depending on the local. For example, if my browser is Brazilian, I say I'm speaking Portuguese, but I'm Brazilian. Everything is going to fit perfectly, and this application is going to look like written on Brazilian, on Portuguese for Brazilian people. Do you understand now?
Yeah, yeah. I understand. Yeah.
So that's why we shouldn't hard code the dates, for example, because this way you cripple your application. Yes, it's possible. They say it's possible, but it's not a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go back.
Okay. So now we have to change.
No,
Now we
you
have
don't
to
have to
change
change anything. You
to
just have to
display
add.
to display
Yeah,
the amount. Yeah.
just find a
And I
proper
want to
place.
change that button. Should be uh, value.
No,
Should I change it from
no,
here?
no, no value, not this one. Yeah, you change it from there. The value, yeah, the button you change it from there.
Yeah. So I'll say submit.
Why do you
Yeah.
say submit?
Because you submit or return
I think safe is the best.
run book.
Do you know what? This is about the character of the human beings, but I usually don't change it because if the code generator puts safe, that means that it's a common agreement that the people think this is the best if I try to play smart, usually I make mistakes. If the client, for example, comes afterwards and say, yeah, I don't want this to be safe, I don't feel very comfortable, but I change it for the client. But right now, we don't know. I think safe is a proper word. I cannot think of
It
something
is, yeah,
else.
it is. It is.
We don't have a
Because
marketing.
I connected to edit and you
Hmm.
save your changes.
Save your
While
changes, exactly.
here you're just returning the book, so you're performing something else. You're returning. You're not making any changes. You're performing another action, something like that. You know, you're not changing
Yeah,
anything.
I feel like mm, I would say let's keep it.
This is the way I think it, but as you said, if it's everyone is thinking different, and if it's common practice to be safe and they put it safe, it might be better to be safe. And if clients say, okay, I don't want to save, I want something else, then we are willing to change
It's
it,
a
but not.
character. Do you know? It's a question of character. Usually, when I buy something, I don't like to customize it. I will give you one example. I've seen a lot of people which like to put stickers on their laptop, and also they they carve something on the laptops or something like that. No, it's not like me. Usually, what I do, and it's the same for everything, for cars, for you name it, for bicycles.
You don't like to
I don't like to
customize.
customize it.
Yeah, me neither. For
So
the cars and bicycle and laptops. Yeah.
yeah, so I don't customize it, do you know? I think that if everybody else is using this, why not me? I just wanna stay with
Yeah.
with the heart, with the people, with the sheeps. Okay, so uh yeah, you know how to do it. You know the drill here.
I don't, but I will check. Yeah, index from index. How they do the.
Look at the details. Look at the details. There you can see it.
Yeah. So
Even in the details, we have to make a change. We have to add here. We have to add the amount because this is part of the details. Amount owed.
yeah,
We have to make changes in the details as well.
yeah.
So look at the
We do.
details, how they did it.
I'm in details and I see landing date, or shall we start application? See, just
Did you start typing something and you didn't
I did,
finish?
but this
Ah, okay.
is
You think?
HTML and it's not gonna make any changes.
Okay, okay.
So in return, I wanna place here
Amount owed.
amount owed, and in details, I wanna see
Amount
after
owed as
return
well.
date. So oh, this is a good one. I wanna change it. I wanna see it that way as it's here. So I probably have to just copy there the way they did it.
Mm,
So
yeah. Look.
no.
Mm,
So in details,
they
I
look.
wanna
They use
model.
description list and description title and description
So
and
after return date, display name. Why they have it twice?
because one is the term, another one is the value.
Okay, so I have to copy two of them.
Yeah,
So I have to do that.
but you don't have a definition list there in the form. You don't have the definition list. Anyway, copy this too. Yeah, copy.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
first, why don't you add here the amount owed, and after that we will copy from here and put it in the form in edit.
I was thinking to do it like amount like that.
Perfect.
Is that correct?
Yeah, listen, you have to copy a pair. You have to copy two, not two lines.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did.
Okay,
I did.
okay.
Yeah.
Do it like that
Yeah.
first for details. Save
So
it,
I'll
run
just
it,
check.
check
Yeah,
it.
I'll just check. And if it's at work, I'm gonna do same
Exactly. Yeah.
in return book.
I'm not sure you will be able,
So
but
this is
perfect,
working.
perfect. It works perfect. Go back
Let
and
me
click
check
on somebody
for
with
the
amount.
money.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so it's
Look,
working. Yeah.
it's
Okay.
working
So
perfectly.
now in return book, I'm just thinking, yeah. I know I might not be right. To copy this one,
Yeah, copy this
uh,
too. I'm not quite sure about the HTML, but that's okay. Copy these two lines. Copy these two.
and I do in edit,
Yeah, in edit, look, you don't
and
have definition here. So paste it where where you want to put it. Paste it. No, 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 no. Control Z. Control Z. Okay, go. Now yeah, paste it here, and we will correct it. No, don't replace it. Leave the diffs. Leave the diffs. Leave as they are.
but I did it. I mean, this is my code. I just do it while we were speaking. Like this never been here before.
I know, but I want you to leave the diffs because they were correct.
Okay, so I leave.
Yeah, just remove this. Yeah, and paste it here. Paste it here. Just remove this DT
Okay.
because right now we cannot use that.
Oh, what about if we use div here,
Exactly. Try to use
div
this.
here, and I remove. So I know what to do now, or I think I know what to do. So I just remove this one,
Mm-hmm.
I paste this one, and instead of dt, I put div,
Yeah.
and here I put dt.
The value and the title will be on two different lines. Try it. Try it. Try and see how it
So
works.
oh, because it's column and row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So return book
Look,
amount of
I
yeah
don't like it.
yeah it should be in
In one line.
yeah.
How to do that? Very easy. Go back. Go back to the HTML. Now,
Yeah,
we have to be creative here. Just remove the diffs on 38 and 39. 38 and 39. Remove, including this class, including this class. Yeah, remove it completely. Okay, perfect. Now it's more like it. Instead of class called SM2, we can put again class form group, I think. Try. Now it's a little bit form class group.
I think label
No, no, form class group. It's entire group.
was so form.
Class group. Sorry, form dash group.
Okay.
Mhm. So it's
Also,
gonna take the same space as above. No, they will be on one line, but there will be no spaces between them right now. And there is no, look, it's okay. It looks okay, almost. Amount
yeah.
old right now. We have to make it black, maybe put a column, and after that, we'll see the amount.
Oh, why is not changing? I mean, if I change here,
It changes.
is not is not change here.
Yeah, of course, of course. If you change it, listen, now you have to save it, and after that is going to work because those are not single page applications. This is not a
Yeah, yeah.
single page application. JavaScript doesn't
Okay.
calculate the amount.
Okay.
Do you understand? You
So
need a refresh.
yeah,
You need to save
maybe
it.
refresh.
You have to bounce to
Yeah,
the
but
server. You
yeah,
have to
but
save it.
we are not gonna do that far. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if you like, we
because
can do Blazor, for example, and the entire application do it as a APIs, which is the most modern way to do it. This is the future, and this is what we're gonna do. But we are cutting corners here.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are cutting corners. I agree with you. So this one, what you're suggesting to do here?
Just let's make black amount old and put a column.
Black, but it's black anyway, no?
Black bold means bold. Let's make it bold.
Bold. And maybe slash or
Column. Put a column.
column,
Dvoetočje.
yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, so we need amount of. But
Who
how to
here?
do it?
Listen, now you need a little bit to understand a little bit HTML in this case. On line 37, instead of just HTML display name 4. Now
Yeah.
before we can put angle brace and put span. No, 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 no. Go back, go back. Yeah, like that. But between these spans, we need what we had.
Yeah.
Wrap it with span.
Okay.
Yeah. And the closing span should be at the end. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now, I would suggest that before the closing span, we put a column.
Sure.
Yeah, before the this angle brace. Yeah.
Is it that one?
No, no, just move a little bit to the left.
Here.
Yeah, here. You can put space or without space, whatever you like.
Base.
Yeah,
Like
something
that.
like that. So just to make it nice, do you know?
Are
And
we gonna do it both?
how we are gonna do it both? Go in span and say class. Go in span right now. Class. Uh, let's see what do they use in
Font.
bolt something.
Font. Weight. Bold.
Font weight bolt. Yeah, perfect.
IntelliSense.
IntelliSense. Yeah, perfect. That's why we have IntelliSense. Now it looks better.
Perfect. Okay.
I think it's
This
perfect.
is good. Yeah.
Mhm. Now, mm,
We have to remove. Oh no no no! This
no,
one
no,
we say no. This one is good, and only books rented. We have to calculate how many books, and I think we are done.
yes, and
Yeah, and oh, also I've tried last week. Hardly. Oh, sorry, but I didn't achieve it. I want to change like I want to, let's say, library picture
mhm.
HD, something like, yeah. I just wanna, download random picture, let's
Yeah,
say this
yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah.
and I put across the whole application.
Yes, yes,
So
yes, yes,
you
yes.
are inside that one, and I think that application gonna be done. I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
perfect.
can't,
Mhm.
yeah, I can't think about anything else.
Okay, do
It's
you know
more
how
than
do you
enough.
do that? Just go to
Not really. I've
bootstrap.com.
tried.
Yeah, let's go to bootstrap.com.
Let me.
Keep these books open, keep these pictures open so we won't forget where we are. Go to Bootstrap. I'm gonna show you immediately. Go to Bootstrap. Bootstrap.
Get
Bootstrap. The
Bootstrap.
most popular HTML CSS blah blah blah. Thanks God. .NET is using this
But
framework.
I have to download.
No, you don't have to
Yeah.
download it. It's already into your .NET application. Do you know you got it for free? You don't have to install it. You don't have to
Uh,
do anything. You have it already for
I
granted.
think.
You do have it
Yeah.
in your .NET
Uh,
application.
in
www in CSS and JavaScript, you have it already.
okay. Oh, in lab. Here it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
found it.
have it, Bootstrap, including everything. So
Okay.
let's just go back, find a widget. I will say this is a carousel, which we need, and let's put the carousel and we'll have it. Now, go to the documentation, official themes. Look, you can easily replace docs examples. You can go to the examples, for example.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Go back, go back. Sorry about that. Go to docs. They changed the interface. I don't know why. Let's find something cute. Contents, browser, blah blah, customize layout, content forms, components. Click on the components. Let's find something cute. Accordion, uh, carousel. I see it. Click here. Scroll down. Example. Look, do you like this? They have many carousels. Scroll down.
Yeah. What is this doing? It's just.
Carousel just changes the pictures with
Uh,
controls.
yeah, yeah, I got it now. Yeah.
So you can put two, three pictures, for example, of different libraries, happy people which are reading something, First is going to be a library picture, or if you don't like to have three, you can go to the first example. Go to the first example where you don't have more than one, I believe. Jumbotron or carousel, this
This
one,
one.
yeah.
This one. Yeah.
First slide. Okay, you have the code down. Just copy the code.
Yeah. Copy.
Go to your home page right now, which is what? Home index CSHTML.
But not in Bootstrap. Yeah.
No,
In my views.
in views.
Yeah.
Home
Home
index.
index. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, whatever you like. Now, uh, paste it after line 9, for example. Paste it here. That's it.
Yeah.
Save it. Run it.
What? Only that one.
Yeah, that's all. This is how you copy and paste the widgets. That's why you don't need very much things. Learn about
Yeah.
easy learn book. Something wrong here. We'll figure this out. Um, go back to the code. Let's see your code. Wait a second. Div ID carousel example. Slides. We didn't copy everything. You need JavaScript as well. So let's go back to the Bootstrap and see, because you have ID here. Copy with controls. No, ID example class carousel slide data. BS right carousel. Div class carousel inner. Okay, div class carousel item active. Image source.
We have to do source.
We have to
Yeah,
put the
it's not
images.
changed because I have to put my image here. Yeah, which is good. I mean, I'm just gonna change this one to the image.
Yeah,
So
just
if I
find the
download the
image.
picture now,
No,
uh,
you don't have to download it. You can use it directly from internet. You can put the fully qualified URL, for example.
okay, so I'm gonna just put this one. Yeah,
Or you can download it, yeah. I depends on this royalty-free pictures actually. Uh,
library 191. So whatever it is, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
no one
just
gonna
try
judge
one
what
directly from
picture.
internet if it's possible, because most of them don't give you the this
View image, and I can do that.
if they allow you to do that. I don't know, paste it, yeah. And we will see if that's possible. Yeah, you can put three pictures. You can put three different pictures, but whatever. Run it and try and see if it works.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Easy.
Easy peasy.
But how I can do it like a whole and I see this, inside the picture.
Very easy. Instead of only picture, you put this welcome to the library management program inside of the code. Go back. Go back to your home.
Ah, so I take this out from
No,
here.
no, leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay. Just copy or just type whatever you like. Go to line 12, for example. Go to the end of line 12.
What about if I put in the share view? Is it gonna share for all the program?
If you put it where?
Like if I do like that,
Yes,
show
if you put it in
and I
share,
do
of course, it's going to show up on
and I
all
do
pages.
share layout
Yeah, he's going to show up
and
on
I
all
put it.
pages. But do you really need
Yeah,
that?
I want
You
I
want.
want that.
Okay,
Uh,
it's gonna be ugly, I think, but because it's gonna distract the people from what they're doing. They want to see the splash page on only the first page, and after that, they want to concentrate on what
yeah,
they're
yeah,
doing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay,
So
that's fine. That's
you
fine.
make
Yeah,
something
so
attractive for them only in the first page, and after that,
I just
not
put
not
it
there,
here.
not
Yeah.
there, not there, not there. Put it back where it was. It's on line 9. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
like that. So listen, this class carousel item active right now allows you to put whatever you like. Go back to Bootstrap. Go back to Bootstrap and find exactly what you like. Okay, so second slide, look how they do it. Third slide, blah blah slide. Scroll down, slowly,
Yeah,
slowly.
with captions.
Here we go. Here we go. Look, third slide label, blah 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 blah. Scroll a little bit down, you'll see the code. This is how the code looks like. So copy the code, paste it, replace the URLs of the pictures with your pictures, and put whatever you like.
Mm. So
You're confused?
here is the source, yeah?
Yeah, this is the URL of the picture. You have to put
And
here the
what's the
URL of the
alt?
picture. Alt is
This
alternative.
alternative.
If the picture is not loaded, what to say instead of
Okay,
this.
so uh, pick here.
Okay. What
Delete
happened?
this one first, and then I just put it like that.
Listen, this picture should be in www root, otherwise they will not be accessible. Everything outside of www root, so you have to move this folder.
Cut to www, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay, I didn't
How
know
did you
that.
end up with this idea to put it there?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
And
just put
it's
in it.
usually don't call, it's not called pics, it's called img images. This is a common practice, do you know? Just rename it.
Yeah. Okay, so that now we are looking good, yeah?
Mhm.
So now I do that. Where it was?
Source, it's on line 17, yeah?
It's here. Okay.
No,
So
there is something wrong again. I will tell you how to get it there, but it should work the way you did it. I don't know why it's not working.
yeah, it's not.
No, no, no. There is no chance to work.
Okay. So
Uh,
I just wanna type the
tilde,
destination.
tilde, tilde, type tilde, which is just under escape.
Yeah.
Tilde is just under escape on
I
the
don't have it.
English keyboard. Yeah, this one,
Yeah.
slash
Okay.
img.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got it now. IMG. That's it.
That's it. Save it, run
Okay.
it. You're in the business.
Wow. Here we go. I just have to remove that first slightly.
Yeah, just put whatever you like. And also you have next and previous, so you can use three pictures instead of only one. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. And also, I to be honest, I'm not good designer. I'm a very bad designer,
Don't
maybe.
worry. That's why you have Bootstrap. You go to Bootstrap, you like whatever, you find whatever you like, and you just copy the code and put it. Do you know? You don't have to be a
Uh,
designer at all.
do you think that white color we can change it to something more similar to one of these? I was imagining something like very light gold, very light gold.
Could be, whatever you decide, whatever you
But
like.
how I can change that color? I know there is a like in HTML, let's say all the background like here in our homepage, something like here in some I don't know where it's like they type like color and they just type the
Yeah.
background
In
color.
one of the wrapping diffs, for example, you can say style and you can choose the color, background color. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what to do if you want to change the color, but it's gonna change only on first page. If you want to change on all pages, you have to go to the
Layout.
share, to the layout. But let's do it for the
Yeah.
first page. Let's see how it looks. On line
Yeah.
4, just type diff. On line 4, just wrap
Uh, uh,
everything what we have on the home page.
I'm loose
On
now.
line
So 4.
4, just type
Yeah.
diff on line 4. Diff.
1 second. The
Okay,
yeah.
so closing diff, cut the closing diff and put it behind everything. So this diff actually is a wrapper. It's gonna wrap everything what we have here. Okay, cut it. Go down.
Yeah. Put it. Here.
Yeah, okay. Close. Yeah, close. Perfect.
Yeah.
Look. Now go to this div and type style equal
Yeah.
background color. Background. Start typing. Background color.
Color. Yeah.
Column.
Equal
Column.
column.
Choose the color you want.
Ah. Okay. So I was thinking for
I don't know
gold.
if you can find whatever whatever you're thinking of.
No, this is too. Okay, let's this one.
Okay. Semicolon at the end. Now it's gonna work, but if you decide to change something,
Semicolon.
yeah, semicolon is a good practice. Okay, now save it, run it, see if you like it. No,
Uh,
not exactly, right? I know what you want. You want
uh,
the entire thing.
yeah,
If you want the entire thing, then we have to do it in the layout, and that
okay.
means that you gotta change the color of all pages, and I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, okay, I'll leave it like that then.
Yeah,
Because,
you can remove the
yeah, as you say,
diffs. The,
yeah, yeah.
listen, as you said, this is a different kind of job. This is
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
design.
yeah, no one gonna judge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is design. No one gonna judge me for this. I was just wondering. Let's crack on with
Yeah,
the
you have
other
it
stuff.
record right now on Camtasia, so you can see how it's done. But
Yeah,
and this takes huge amount of time actually, trials
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
errors. So
I
let's
understand. Yeah.
concentrate on something else which is more practical. And this is the number of the books they have rented. This I think is the most difficult part which we have to crack.
I think th- this is not scaring me
It's scaring
for
me.
now. For now. So let me start again, and we're gonna check what we have to do now. Is like we
I
need.
like that. What we don't, what we need actually is this members books, book categories, and lendings. Actually, we should hide, but whatever. Okay, let's leave it as it is right now.
So
Lendings now.
in here
Mhm.
we need books rented to add according to username. Yeah.
See what I'm thinking right now. How this books rented should be calculated. You shouldn't have
Yeah.
calculated values in the database. We are doing operational database. And this is very typical for one operational database. You don't keep into the database calculated values. Books rented is going to be a calculated value if we add it to the database, which is incorrect. Which is incorrect. We shouldn't be doing this like that. Now, how we're going to do it, I'm going to show you right now. Go to the docs microsoft.com, and I still don't have a solution, but let's go there. Tutorial,
Yeah.
okay. Click on the create, read, update, and oh, sorry, not this one. Sorry, go back, sorry.
Yeah.
Sort and group. Scroll down this page to the grouping, and you will see immediately what I'm thinking about, what I'm talking about. See, now they do grouping. We got a group. I think we finished like that the last time. Worst case scenario, we don't have to show this on this page actually.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we'll figure something else. But go to the grouping, which is at the bottom of the
I
page.
can't find, to be honest, I can't find the grouping. So
Create about
this
view.
about,
Create about view. The grouping is in create about view.
is it this one?
A little bit up, a little bit up. I think this is it. But modify the home controller. What is that now? Create the view model. Scroll up a little bit.
Student count.
We're close. It should start with grouping something. Blah blah. Title should be grouping.
Add paging links.
No, it's not this one. Scroll down back. Scroll. Go back
Paging.
down. Nah,
There was
crazy.
nothing like grouping there.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, we are not gonna
I
do pagination right now.
I
It's
didn't have chance to go that far down because only the half to the search it takes me a couple of
yeah, I
days.
know. Yeah,
Because this was simply not working,
but you did
and I
more than enough, I guess. You did
I
more than
I
enough.
modify all this stuff with some my biggest creation was they leave you this one,
Yeah,
and I figured it out to put it in here.
perfect.
This is what I'm proud of.
Yeah, you should be proud. You should be proud.
Otherwise, was not displaying the names and the books, members and books,
Yeah, of course.
and
You added
I've
include.
yeah, I included
Mm-hmm.
because we return this application DB context usually,
Yeah,
but now to in order to sort out, we have to return a landing, and I put it in the landing variable, which I figured out very hard and after many hours,
yeah.
but now it's good, you know, to share with you.
Anyway, you
What
did it perfectly. Yeah, it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but you have to figure this out slowly, like playing
Yeah.
guitar. You have to figure out everything slowly and patiently. That's all. So, uh, okay.
Okay.
Now let's go back to this grouping. Let's find this because I suspect that is gonna be for the next time. Mm,
Okay.
let's go back to the grouping because I think this is something which is gonna help us.
Can I propose
Yeah,
something
of
here?
course.
Okay, so we have our controller where this is they take data from. So
Hmm.
our view is taking data from
Okay.
here. So and in this is in our index, I believe.
Hmm.
This is in our index page,
Okay.
where we see the name of the books. Yeah.
Hmm.
If I do like sorting, uh, no, it's not a good idea. Just to hard code like the results from the database in the index.
What do you mean by hard coding the results?
Like select from landing books, like landed books,
Hmm.
where name Georgi Dragomiro, select all the books and calculate them and return me the numbers
Yeah,
from the
exactly,
database.
exactly. This is what we are trying to do. This is exactly what we have to do. But how you're gonna do it, how you're gonna pass this information to the view?
So how we gonna pass the information from the view
To the view. For each one
to the
book,
view?
for
Yeah,
each
yeah.
one
So
landing.
so let's say we pass let's say return view from here. We pass that model because when I was playing with that sorting,
Mm,
I I connect a bit the stuff, and if we open connection, I don't know how. I'm just suggesting if we open connection to the database and we take out with normal query, yeah,
mm.
select from wherever it is, yeah, and then we put it in. We do method in our model. In our model, like in landing, we put like books taken, something like that,
Yeah, it's not gonna work
and we
like that.
call that. No.
No, I don't think so. Uh, See, because in order to connect to the database, you have to inject entity framework into the model, and this is anti-pattern. You don't do that.
Okay.
You don't do that. The model shouldn't be aware about the database. The model is just one entity. It can calculate some things, but um, so I'm thinking, is this the proper place actually to display the books which have been landed? Maybe Maybe
Maybe in
maybe we
details.
should figure out something else. Maybe we don't need even this column here. This is what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
maybe we.
Let's find a
Mm,
better place actually for the number of the books which they have.
I don't think it's good because you're gonna have only five, 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 five here, which is quite
Annoying, yeah,
complex. And
yeah. So
yeah,
I think we should probably comment out these books rented, and this one also should go away.
in details.
Yeah, and maybe it's a property which belongs to somewhere else in our application. We may have, for example, a separate page where the librarian can search for a user and see how many books,
Okay, in members, we can put it in members.
or in members,
Yeah,
and
and here is just
in details, not here,
some
even not here, in details.
here.
Yeah, in details. And we can easily calculate, actually, in this case, easily calculate in details how many books each one of the user has and just show them. Uh, so listen, the application shows you like a stone, like a, when you try to carve something, for example, like a sculpture, you don't force the stone, you go by the stone. Do you understand? It's a craft. Software
Yeah,
development is a craft. Right now, we see that lendings, there is something wrong with having this number of books rented in the index in the lending because it doesn't belong there. It doesn't look to me like a suitable place for books rented.
okay.
Actually, it's more like for each one of the individual users, right?
Yes, indeed. I agree. So we take it out from here now.
Yeah, just comment out because I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure, but we'll try and see. Look, and on top of
French.
that, we hard coded, and we cannot put it in a proper code. Yeah, you just could have put.
That's it.
Yeah, okay, remove it from here. 177 to 79. Okay, George. Okay, save it, run it. I'm not even sure that this is the proper place. Okay, perfect. Now you see all the landings here.
Yeah.
And of course, the number of the books which have been rented belongs to the user. Maybe you said it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have to code it here in
And
members.
not even in the index, in the details.
Yeah, but then uh, I agree, but maybe the librarian it's just gonna have a look, yeah, just landing, then
Could be,
sure, okay,
could
just
be.
okay, you have five books, that's
Do you
it,
know what?
and
Concentrate on the last part. Let's find this tutorial, read it again, because we won't have time probably to implement it, and try to
yeah,
implement this last piece from the puzzle. Because right now
yeah,
you have everything. And you
yeah,
have done more than enough. You have even search, you have sort. This is called filter and sort and filter. This is
yeah.
filtering. Perfect.
I will try to do sorting with
Amount old as well.
amount, yeah,
Even with
and
amount paid. You can do it with everything. You can do it with book. We can do it with member. We can do it with everything.
yeah, I'm gonna do it with members and books as well. Also, I'm gonna see how I can because now I can lend one book to many people, and I don't wanna lend one book to many
It's
people.
not requirement, do you know?
Yeah,
You
I
don't
know
have
it's
it
not
in the
required.
requirements. But it's a similar situation like for because you have to have inventory. In the books, you have to have additional field, additional property which says number of the books in the library. When you enter the
Yeah,
books, you should be able to enter the number of the books which you have in the library. So it's a property. Let's concentrate right now on solving this issue with the number of the books.
but I think exactly this one gonna sort this issue now because if I have inventory, then I can attach that inventory to like no every person can take from this inventory, and then that's the way we count how many items we have from the inventory. And then when that inventory is empty, then or we just take it out and we put it back in on return. Do you think
Um,
that's gonna sort our issue?
yes, this could solve the
Something
issue.
like array, something like array. We just put it in the array and we put back and we take it back.
Yes,
Uh,
I agree. This is one possible solution.
and then we just count on this person what he
Yes,
takes,
yes,
and
that's
then
one
if
possible.
it's not in the array, then we're not giving it to him.
Yes, but listen, you're complicating your life too much like that. You're complicating your life too much. I'm not saying in the future uh, we won't do it, probably will, but let's find the easiest possible way. This is what I'm trying to do right now. And in the members, probably we should be able to see for each one of the members how many book does he owe back he has to return. And in order to find analogy, let's go back to the tutorial. I insist to go back to the tutorial.
Okay.
Okay, adding page to index method is not this one. Scroll down, please. Scroll down.
Page
We gotta
down.
find the grouping. Probably it's in about. Let's go back until we get to the about. Adding page links. No, it's not this one. Scroll down, please. Keep scrolling. Wait a second. Create about page. Let's read it here. Let's
Okay.
spend time and read it.
For the Contonzo University website about page, you display how many students have enrolled for each enrollment
Do you
date.
see
That's
this
what.
analogy?
But when they say about page, our
Yeah, it's
like the
confusing. It's
about page.
confusing.
Yeah, this requires grouping and simple calculations in the groups. To accomplish this, you do the following: create a view model class for the data that you need to pass to the view. Create the about method in the home controller. Create the about view. Create the view model. Create a school view model folder in model view folder. In the new folder under class file enrollment date groups, yes, in the place code with the following code. So they have
They have
date
a
time.
view. They have a view model to transfer the data to the about.
Yeah, but how it's gonna work with us? I mean, what we're gonna put?
They
We're
have a
gonna put.
separate page. They have a separate page which shows each one of the students and how many, for example, how many books does he have.
Where is the view? Where is the view? Is they're not
Not
showing
showing.
it.
It's very simple. It's very simple. So we may need an action, which is called the number of taken books or something like that. And
Okay.
we'll need a view script, a view model, exactly the way they do it. I'm not saying we're gonna do it this way. I'm just thinking loudly right now. So probably
Yeah.
we'll need an extra action. Modify the home
Uh.
controller. Now listen, because they have action already, which is called about, that's why they're
Uh-huh.
using this about, which comes with the template. When you
Yeah.
generate MVC, you immediately have
They have.
about page. Remember, you have home, about,
Yes.
and whatever. So
I delete mine.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you deleted yours probably, but they have it, so that's why they're using it. So we still can do it even in the home controller because the user doesn't know where they are actually, but we can use the very same thing. Student count, modify the
Why
home
we're
controller.
not giving? Why you're not just doing that properties in our model, in our member
Mm, okay,
model?
listen, this property should be calculated after a query to the database. In the model, you cannot do that. I told you the
Ah,
model
that's why
cannot.
they do another page. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because so we have to do it into the controller. The proper place, as you can guess, is into the service layer. But right now we don't
Yeah,
have such service layer. It's a
yeah,
future work.
yeah.
So we gotta choose one of the controllers. It's either member, maybe the best probably is as they do it in the home controller. Let's do it right now in the home controller. as they do it here.
Okay.
Instead of
So
about, we are going to call it something. For example, the number of books rented or something. Go to the home controller.
home controller. Yeah,
Let's see if you have about. I bet you have about, or maybe you deleted. I don't know.
I did.
Listen, you have privacy, which is unnecessary. Who cares about your privacy and
Yeah.
about? But let's leave it for now. It doesn't do any harm, so let's keep it. Let's create a new action. Let's create a new action. Exactly like,
New model, you mean? Yeah.
yeah, and after that we'll create a view model, which is gonna transfer the data.
So now we create a new class in the models. Yeah.
Yeah, create a new model.
New class with name.
Now it's difficult to figure out the name. uh,
The name
let's get the
should
inspiration from
be.
the tutorial. How did they call their view?
It's enrollment. Enrollment. They are enrolling. The.
Now ours is not enrollment. Now ours should be something different.
I think landed books or.
Blended books VM. Put VM at the end of the file so it's clearly that this is not entity which we're
Yeah.
going to use in the database. This is only a view model. This is called data transfer object. Those are data transfer object. Lending books. Perfect. Perfect. You came up with a perfect name. Okay. Now, what do we need? We need the name of the user and we need the number of the books. That's it. Nothing more.
So
Right?
we need
Name of the user
properties.
is a
So
string.
name of the user
A
is
string.
uh, but shall we not use it from members
It's gonna
or
come
not?
from the member. Don't you worry. Full name or name. Full name is the best. Probably, if you like, you can have one column with name, one column with.
Ah, but not navigation. That's not
No, no
navigation.
navigation. It has nothing to do with
All
entity
right, okay,
framework.
that's where I'm getting
It
confused.
should be
Yeah.
even in a separate folder in the models, but should be called view models. These view
So
models,
books.
if you have to separate the application, these view models stay in the MVC. They don't belong to the business logic of the application. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
these three parts? These view models have
yeah.
nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the core of the application. They're purely and only for the presentation layer. In this case, for the
Okay,
MVC. That's it.
okay.
I book?
Book
No, 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 no. You're trying right
number.
now. Listen, you're gonna show the name of the user and how many book he has landed.
So book numbers.
Book numbers it should be integer.
Yeah, yeah. Book numbers. Okay.
Book. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. So now let's go back to the home controller.
Okay. Home controller.
Let's invent one action, which is I don't know.
Let me just
Come up with a
copy the
name. This they call
controller.
it about here. Let's come with an
Okay, so privacy. We take it from privacy.
okay. Don't
Or
you
we
have a
just.
privacy, by the way? A link.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No,
So
but we should make
just
a new
copy
one.
this. Just copy, just for any case. By the way, what is that response cache duration, blah blah? What is this kind of?
Oh no, this is coming straight from MVC.
Okay, just rename one of the privacies to something else. Books rented, whatever. Books rented.
Books.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, uh,
Now we need view.
now we need view exactly. Go to the home controller and put books rented.
Controllers. Home
No, no,
controller.
go to the
Yeah, I'm
views. Folder view,
out of the view home.
home, and create appropriate view. By the way, if you click right now, right click on the books rented, it's gonna offer you to create a view. Don't you worry. Don't do it manually. Do it always. If you have a chance, always do it automatically because not because you're lazy. usually joking about that. Click on the method. No, no, go back to the controller. Go back to the controller.
Yeah, in the controller.
Home, home
The
controller.
yeah, home controller and
Click with the right mouse
here
button here. Okay, add view,
on the
add
books
view.
rented. Yeah.
Selected. Click with the right mouse button. Choose the first one. Okay,
Razor view.
razor view empty. Razor view empty.
Yeah. Okay. Add.
Okay, razor view empty.
What?
Ah, index one. Who told you to name it index one? Uh, books rented or whatever we name it the action.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Um, okay,
So we're in the view now.
we're in the view. Listen, now we gotta follow the tutorial. We have a view. Why don't we add this to the layout so we can see this method as well, this action as well. Put something here,
Uh,
just mark it, say book rented or something. In the view. No, no, not here. Not here. You're typing in inside of Razor. We just want to type something on line 6, for example. Type it on line 6. Yeah.
just
Just put something.
H1 or
Whatever. Just say we're on the controller, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Yeah, H1. We are in the controller home, action, rented books. See how it's called the action. The view should be called the same way. Called how you're gonna access it now.
also you wanna access the controller now straight from
Okay,
the
access.
yeah, yeah?
Mhm.
Nothing.
Why nothing? Should be something.
Why is forward slash
No, no,
backslash?
no. The name of the controller is not correct. The view. Go back. They should be absolutely the same. I don't know why this up.
They are same. I've
Are you sure? Stop.
yeah, I've
What's the name
books rent.
of the action? What's the name of the controller? The action
So
and the view.
action is in the home
Okay,
controller,
open
yeah?
the action.
Is
Books
books
rented.
rent. Yes.
Books
And I
rented.
copied it from
Copy
here.
it from here. Go to the
I
view and
go
make
to
sure in the
books
home
home. I have books rented.
you have books rented.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I think this one should be I don't know
No, no,
about.
no. It should be okay.
Maybe I make
It's
mistake
okay
here.
there. It's okay there. It's perfect.
Okay.
Save it home. Go back to the home controller. By the way, did you type home and after that books rented from the URL? Start it again and type home
Oh, yeah,
because you have to say first the controller, the name of the controller, and after that
yeah.
type
Books
home and after the books rented.
home, home, and then yeah, yeah.
Now it's working. Perfect. Okay, so we are ready. We just have to add it as members, books, book categories in the shared layout
Yeah, yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. So I add it here in the views layout, shared layout,
Okay.
and where to
Copy
put
one
it?
of them, maybe the last.
On top after,
Or whatever,
yeah,
whatever.
maybe the last after landing
Yeah,
should be
whatever.
because
Whatever makes sense.
now we are doing
Home,
controller
home,
is
home, home.
oh, it's not
It
home.
is home. We put it in home. Action is different. The controller is home. The action is rented books
Action
or whatever you call it.
books
Books
rented.
rented.
Books.
And instead of landings, you can put books rented. Land it, whatever you decide. Save,
Now
run.
we should show the button.
Okay, click there. Perfect. Now let's figure out the logic, and we are done. It always could be done differently. Do you know?
Yeah.
It's engineering task. Actually, it's a craft. It's a craft. It's not even engineering, as you can see, because it's
And
organically
now
growing.
now I can just put the names and
And the number of books
books.
rented by
That's
the
it.
guys. And
And that's
also
it.
you
And
can
we
implement
complete.
here search, you can implement sort. So you can easily, the librarian easily can find the number of the rented books. But let's
Okay.
go back. Let's go back.
So now in the views.
Now in the views, not in the views. Let's concentrate right now in the home controller, in the action books rented or numbers rented.
Okay.
So now
Um.
you gotta no, you gotta now you gotta go back to the tutorial. Now we have to ask in the home controller dependency injector
Yeah.
to inject the context because we are going to
Yep.
deal with the database. It's a good exercise. Do that.
Now we're gonna private only.
No, no, not here, not here, not here. Look, you in the class. You have to do it in the for the entire class. Go and create a now in the home controller. In the home controller. Concentrate on the
Yeah.
home controller.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we need what do we need here? Look, you have a constructor on line 16, right? But what do you get injected? Only a logger, which is going to record the problems. Now we gotta create first on line 15, for example, a new field in which we are gonna keep context, the connection to the database.
To inject
Yes.
the. So there is a private.
No, no, no. Just copy and paste it. Just copy and paste it whatever you have from the tutorial. Copy
And
this and paste it. Here in this private field, we are going to keep the context copy. So it's available for all actions. You know the drill. Control dot. There is no using statement.
yeah, but we don't know. We our class is
Not the school context
books.
is whatever hours. I don't know. Application context or application DB context. You can see it in data. See it in data. See the name of our context in data folder.
How to see it?
Open the data folder.
Sorry, I get a bit confused. So,
Application DB context.
application DB context.
No, what's the source of your confusion here?
I don't know. So
Maybe we are
application.
tired. Maybe you're tired. No, application DB context, but underscore context. Listen, now in home controller, do you have right now communication with database? No, right?
No, but that
Now, how are you going
I
to allow this controller to communicate with the database? Very simple. You have to inject the application DB context. You have to inject the context, which is actually the communication with the
but
database.
I think it's the just DB context. No, no, it's
No,
not.
you have to say what type is it, and it is application DB context.
Yeah, but I don't have it. Application DB context.
You should have it. It's there.
Probably. Yeah, but we because we're not using
Exactly. You
any.
don't have a using statement, that's why. But why don't you
Uh,
copy and paste just the name, application DB context from data?
yeah.
Copy, remove this. Okay, remove CS space underscore context. No, it's not necessary to be called application DB context. It's just context. Underscore context. Exactly. Now
That's it.
click with the right with control dot using exactly.
Ah. Why? That's why I'm getting confused. Okay.
Now,
Okay, I got
now
it now.
you have to ask in
We
the
use
controller for this context to be injected. How do you do that? In line 18 right now, in line 18, you put a comma after the logger. The logger is going to be
yeah,
injected. Now you're going to ask dependency injector to inject application DB context. Start application DB context. Yeah.
yeah.
Space. Just name it context. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Now you just
So
connect yourself.
this is
And now underscore
so
context equals context into the body of the constructor. After the logger. After the logger.
here.
On line 20. On line 20. Hit one enter in line 20. Hit one. Underscore context equals context. Exactly like the logger. It's the very same thing.
Okay, but
Okay, ask me.
uh, here maybe it's too like high conceptions for me. I don't know. So here we are saying on that we use application DB context and we call it
Context.
underscore
Yes.
context. Yeah.
It's just a name. It's
Here,
just the name of the field. That's it.
but what is this doing? It's injecting the application DB
No, it's
context from
not
the data.
injecting. It just this is just a type of the underscore context. We are saying okay,
So we are declaring a variable here.
exactly this is called a field. Variable which is
Okay, so we are declaring variable,
it's a
and
field.
this variable is from application DB context.
Exactly.
Then I in the constructor I put application DB context and I put
It's a
context,
name.
and
Again, it's
then
a
I
name.
make this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I got it. I got it. Yeah,
So, but whatever you put in the constructor gets injected.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
understand now?
I understand.
So the
Yeah.
dependency injector is gonna inject application
I
DB
was thinking
context.
we are injecting here, but we are actually injecting
We're
here.
injecting in the constructor, and we are just setting
Yeah.
this field so it's accessible for each one of these actions below. So we can
Okay.
always call context without any troubles. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Because otherwise, how you're going to use it for the rest of the actions, for the rest of the methods below? That's why you inject it. Actually, you injecting the context, the database, so it's available for all the actions underneath. Do you understand that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now I'm
I
gonna.
understand.
Okay,
So
that's it.
that's what they do.
That's it. Now,
Uh, about methods.
yeah, copy this, and this is gonna be your homework for the next week. You gotta figure out this link query. Copy.
But, okay, so I have to put it here.
Exactly. Of course, you don't hit
If I
such
did.
things.
Okay, I got it wrong.
No,
Okay.
you don't have such things. Enrollment date
Yeah.
group, you don't have it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have a different
Oh,
model. You
let me
have
see.
a different model now.
It's a books rented.
It's a box rented, exactly. It's not gonna help you because you don't have a using statement. So you have to write it correctly once, and after that, control dot box rented. Control dot. No,
Still.
you didn't. You didn't. A VM. It's called view model.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see where it was. In Lented Booksphere.
Okay, so we get to listen. This is
Not
part
even
of the refactoring.
close.
You get all this straight. You call it one way across the entire application, but
Yeah.
that's up to you if you like. Now, from the context, you're not querying now the students. You're querying the members.
Dot members.
Okay, perfect.
Uh, I will refactor this one
Uh-huh.
to member.
See how you work
Name.
actually. take information from here, from there. Okay, member. Now it's not your
Member
own date.
is a book.
Mhm.
Book. No, it's not book.
Now you gotta figure out this.
Yeah, I'll figure this
Okay,
out. Yeah.
listen. Now I'm gonna leave you at this
Yeah,
comment,
that's fine.
and this is the challenge for the next week. This is
Yeah,
the last
I think
piece from the
I think
puzzle.
this is the last piece. Yeah, yeah, the last piece, and on the other page, the sorting and the finding, which is I already go through this one, and it's gonna be just
Mhm.
cosmetic
And
changes.
do
Yeah.
you know what I propose right now? Just not to lose whatever we got. You can comment out this. Just return view, empty view.
Yeah.
Make it work. Push it.
Hmm.
You know what to do. You know the drill. Comment
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comment out. So I also will have the fresh copy. Comment out. Just you have to return here something. You return the view.
Yeah. Yeah. Return view.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll return it down.
Mhm. But the most important thing right now from this tutorial is just to get the idea about the injecting the database. You understand how that's done. Now make sure the application works. Try to build it. Control Shift B or just start it. See, the things are not that difficult, but they are time consuming. That's it. Okay, now push it to the repository
Okay.
before you lose something.
Team Explorer,
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, yeah.
something hard.
Try on the home. Try home. Hit home. Home. The home icon.
This one?
Not this one. The next
No,
one then.
nothing.
The plug. Yeah.
Connection.
Click this one. Oh, what is
Azure
going on
DevOps.
here? I have been.
It's Azure DevOps,
Oh
no?
yeah, it's Azure DevOps. Yeah, but haven't you connected already? You are connected. What does it say?
Uh,
What are these surprises now? I just wanna add and push to the Azure DevOps. Enter server URL. No, no, cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that.
oh, it's here, it's here.
Hmm?
Yeah. Georgi Dragomirov, Library Management.
Okay.
So I think I just put it here, no?
I have no idea. Look, the connect button down actually has choices. Okay, connect.
Choice to connect.
But you're connected. Work item builds, blah 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 blah. Okay, settings. We just wanna add something for Christ's sake. Work settings Acer. Open git changes. Open git changes. Open git changes. Ah, okay.
Okay.
Enter a message and hit.
Not so all the stuff we done
Yeah, yeah,
today.
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. From here,
the
put
message.
something. For example, what did we do today? In the model we added amount owned. Old. This
Amount
is the
old.
yeah. That's it. Commit all, and
Uh,
that's it.
okay.
Commit.
Create it locally. Now I have to push.
Okay, push it.
It's pushing now.
Successfully pushed. Let me see if I can pull it right now. Wait a
Okay.
second. I'm going to my Visual Studio. Solution library, blah blah blah. Team Explorer. Wow. Open Git changes. No changes, of course. And now I'm gonna pull. I hit pull. Pulling changes for the current branch. Pulling.
Can you share?
Oh, it's done. But I'm
Okay.
gonna share right now, so we'll see if
I
the
just wanna
changes are
see
here.
what's going on.
Okay,
Yeah.
stop sharing. I'm gonna share now.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm sharing. That's fun, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I just hit here. Do you see my screen now?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just pull it.
Without taking any, without opening any Azure
No, no, no,
repositories or
no.
something.
Without.
You just open your Visual Studio
Yeah. Look.
and pull.
Uh, Solution Explorer, Team Explorer. This is what I am. I click Open Git Changes. Here we go. And I just hit pull.
Okay.
And that's
Can
it.
can you see the code
Yeah,
now?
let's see
If
in the model. This is what we did in lending, as far as I remember.
oh yeah, lending books VMs, yes, is there. Is
Yeah,
there.
and also the change we did. Here we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
So it's easy. We don't have to.
Okay, so now before you start working, you always pull before I always pull as well. So
Mhm. This is how it
so
is.
that's
Yeah.
what we're gonna
In the morning, all you do is just pull. So eventually,
pull.
if somebody made some changes and push it to the repository, you get it. And after that, you continue working.
What about if we make changes in same controllers and stuff and
Then when you pull, actually, in the morning, when you haven't done anything and you pull, you won't get problems. But if I do some changes and I push it to the repository,
Mhm.
and after that, see if there is a conflict. Long story short, if there is a conflict, it's gonna warn you and it's gonna show you the two variants. It's gonna tell you, okay, now it's your turn. You choose which variant want me to keep. You choose the variant by removing the
Okay,
lines which are not necessary, by your opinion.
but how 30 programmers work on one program if they have to choose like 30 variants or
In
something like
order
that
to
for
avoid
free?
such a stepping on their toes, actually everybody is working on a different controller. So it's up to the
Uh,
team. They can create themselves a huge confusion by everybody working on the one method, for example. It's gonna be a big mess, right?
okay, so they work. Okay, in their branch, they work only. They have to be good synchronized because now on that such a small website, I mean, you can work on the home controller as well, yeah, and I can work on the home controller as well.
This is a work for the project manager. Actually, he separates the work. For example, you're not sending 30 laborers to carry one pipe, right? They,
Yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah.
not gonna do it properly.
Correct,
So
correct.
so it's up to you actually. You're assigning tickets for one to work on this class, another one to work on another class. And if somebody cannot finish his work, actually you can reassign the task to somebody else. So but you never assign 10 developers to work on the one task.
That's quite interesting. I'm quite impatient to start do something like that.
Listen, we are doing it already. You can send me a ticket, for example, to do something. And you can assign a ticket. But we have to learn DevOps as well. So this is how you
Yeah,
organize. Actually, the most important thing is that we have started the application and we have started the organization about the application. As you can see, DevOps helps a lot, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's very easy, as you can
yeah,
see. It's very
yeah.
easy. The developers don't change that much code. As I told you, probably I many times repeated, the worst
Yeah.
days from the year, so 2, 3 days when we are writing code. Otherwise, we're just discussing where to put this method. Where is the proper place for this method? This is the architectural decision which you have to make. Actually, the
Okay.
proper place for the method. And as you can see, once we found the proper place, everything came very easy. We just wrote how many? Not even 10 lines of code today, and we have achieved quite a lot. I
Yeah.
can I
Yeah.
can even start it right now and you can see it. So I should have the exact same version as you do. So let me start it just for fun. See, I also get amazed each time. Most of the development teams, especially here in Bulgaria, they're not quite well organized. Usually one guy, look, I have everything. And of course, if you put more pictures here, it's gonna be nicer. It's gonna be nicer now.
Yeah.
This is called call for action or carousel, as you can see. This is call for action. You see a wonderful girl, husband, dogs, and two children which are going somewhere. Everybody is trying to be happy, and when they see that, actually, this forces them to hit the button buy now or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is how it works. Books rented, lendings, of course. We have a
You
lot
don't.
of work to do. Actually, we have to seed the database. So eventually, if there are nothing into the database, but this is shown as well in this tutorial. If you have time to read this tutorial, you will figure out everything. So
But we see it. I mean, I have the database when it's on my
you
computer.
have the database, but look at me right now. When I start the application, first of all, I have to apply the migrations and I get the copy of the database. That's fine. But the seeding is there is no initial data. So
Yeah, because this is the data on my account, like from my email. That's why you can't see my data, which I show you.
no, 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 no. I'm talking about the database. I'm talking about the database is not populated with data. This is what I'm talking about. That's why when I click here, look, I don't have anything. Landings, you have some landings.
Yeah, but because I have on my, if you enter now my email and my
No,
password,
no,
you're gonna have,
no,
no?
no. Are you sure? No.
I'm almost sure
Let
about
me
it,
show
yeah.
you the database.
And
It's absolutely empty. I don't have that many, so desktop, blah, 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 blah. Let me see. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna find this.
yeah.
What is called?
But I think this is
Here
individual,
we go. Library management. No.
which make me feel for the next problem.
What's the problem? I don't see the problem.
Yeah, because it's individual. We need only one librarian to have.
Yeah, of course. Uh, there is no problem. Actually, I don't see the problem here. Look, book, no books.
Okay.
Uh, this is what I'm talking about, and this tutorial actually answers this question. It shows you how to seed the
Yeah.
data.
Hopefully, to be honest, hopefully, I'm hoping to finish this website today,
Yeah,
by the end of the day, so I can finish my assignment today as well. I mean this week, because this is my last week for formative feedback from the teacher, and I wanna send him my whole work, and if there's any amendments, he have to give me feedback by the end of this week.
so okay. If you have
Yeah.
questions, you always can ask me.
Yeah.
The most difficult part actually, it's left for you. So try to finish. I'm not sure you will, but read here.
I'm sure I will. Yeah,
Read
I'm
here.
sure I will. I don't want to look too greedy, but I'm sure I'm gonna
You have
figure
to
it
you
out.
have
Yeah.
to figure out only this query right now.
Yeah.
Only this, nothing
The
more.
beginning was too hard. The sorting and the stuff. The amount of the code on this first one on in the beginning of this tutorial is hard. Is harder than these 5 lines of code.
Okay.
So it no reason.
So actually, you have to finish prematurely. You have to finish this week, right?
End of next week. I mean, this week is okay. By this week, sorry. By this week, I mean 20th. Yeah, 20th.
20th.
Yeah.
hmm Okay, so you have to present something 18th, right?
No, on 20. By the end of 20.
Okay, so you have 1 week to figure out one query, which is very difficult.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's fix this one. Book rented. You will see the number of the books which have been rented
And name.
and eventually.
Names and the books. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And so that's it. Actually, this is the last piece of the puzzle. Only here.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, yeah, I think so as well. And some cosmetic stuff, which is it's easy. I know it
I
already.
like the picture here. Okay, you know what to do. You know the drill.
Yeah,
Okay, George.
probably.
Actually, we'll finish now, and I think we have achieved quite a lot today.
Yep.
Okay. Uh, Let me stop first Contagion, and after that, I'll hang up.